Good morning, guys. Here we are in the coop again this morning. Just want to show you my CDs here because we have music chickens here, so I figured we'd decorate the outside with CDs. Truth be told, chickens like shiny things and things on strings, so I was like, alright, we'll just make it official. Also got this bongo drum. It's kind of funny. I saw it saying that the chickens can play bongos. You could train them basically to do anything with food. It's kind of funny because you can hear it when they eat and peck on it. Come on, guys, play the bongos. Come on, we're waiting for you. Nope, they have wandered away. I love how you guys have a mind of your own. Oh my goodness. So busy out here this morning. Also, it is really cool how fast they eat out of this cup. I've like trained them to do that, and you would not believe how fast the food goes down when they're eating out of it. Yeah, you guys like that? Yeah? Starting to give them layer feed now. Now that we have eggs, like so surprised that they laid some eggs the other day. There's another one this morning, so that makes 3 this week. Yep, you guys are pretty awesome. That was like an awesome surprise. Oh, this one's playing the bongos. I think the other one's singing to it. You guys are so funny. So cool. We like those drums. Oh, these guys are going to town with the cup. So funny, I'll walk outside with this cup and they'll like follow me right in a line. They know where their food is coming from. Also cool because chickens can recognize like 100 faces. And so they're pretty smart. Because you're hungry, aren't you? Yeah. You have some more? Or are you done? Yep. There you go, guys. Oop. I'm not really sure which 2 laid the eggs, but I'm wondering if it's the Ida Browns, because I was reading online that Ida Browns lay eggs quicker than the other ones. It's just my theory. I'm not really sure because I wasn't here when they did it, but that's my guess. You have some more? No? No. You want the stuff on the ground now. Yep. Well, I will leave that there. You guys want more? And they are done for the bongos. They had this cup over here with apples, cut up apples. There were no seeds. So those aren't good for them. But anyways, people have asked me how I know between the chickens. Oops. Oh, they're running after my son. Oh my goodness. But my for instance, my brown ones, this one right here, this brown one is Goldie because she is mostly brown and gold. Like there's not as much white on her. So there's like little distinct differences so you can tell who's who. If the other brown one comes back, there's more white around her neck than this one. It's more pronounced. So it's like she has a star, like a white ring of a star around her neck. So that's how you know that's Lucky. And it's with that like lucky star kind of, and we got her on St. Patrick's Day. So yeah. So there's little differences. I'm just using those 2 for, oh, here we go. Here's Lucky. See how she's got more of like a ring of a star around her neck and there's more white on her tail. So she's the one that has more white. So this one's Lucky. Hey, how you doing, girl? Oh, be scared. It's okay. Oh, boys. That shook you right up, didn't it? So I'm out here with my chickens, and I have my coffee cup here. And it says, world's youngest looking grandma, which, you know, I guess we know that's probably not true, but we gotta have all those positive things to say about ourselves, right? Actually, that was a gift to me for Christmas, so I was like, yeah, I love that. But anyways, yeah, so pets are really awesome. They are just like so great when you're grieving and having changes in your life. Best thing you can do is go get some pets. I actually was finding that out in a course that I'm taking as well. They're like, pets are just like so good. So good ideas there. Also, I wanted to mention that this weekend, or actually no, next weekend, sorry, the General Assembly I think might have been somewhere down near the East Coast, but the big General Assembly for the Church of God is in Texas, and it's actually next weekend, I believe. And they sent me a folder. Just wanted to show you this. It was like really nice. I had no idea that the Church of God did this for people. So anyways, they sent us a Christian flag. I don't know if I can show you this without me making a mess here, because I am in the coop, but this big Christian flag here. Hold on, I'm going to fold it up because this is spreading out way too far. It's not working too good. Hold on. Technical difficulties here. But anyways, I got this big Christian flag that they sent to me, and they sent this folder. And it says, on behalf of the Church of God International Executive Committee, Paula and I extend a warm welcome to you during a special time of recognition to honor your loved one who sacrificed all to serve God and win the lost to Jesus. So anyways, they're inviting us to a memorial service in Texas on July 29th at the International General Assembly in Texas. And it also says, no words can replace the grief, but knowing lives were changed forever because of your loved one's investment of love and care and prayer have made a difference for the kingdom of God. And it talked about that they have a memorial wall for ministers in the Church of God who have passed away this year. And they had said that they would have Moses' name there. And I thought that was like, I was like, you know, what are we actually doing? But we are defending, oh great, here in my face. We are defending the cross, you know, and so to give the Christian flag, it was just such a really nice token. I thought about that. I'm like, you know, as Christians and believers, that's what we do, is we're here to defend the cross and take that message to those who need it. Also wanted to show you this certificate that we have. It says, with great honor and distinct pleasure that Moses Karikala is hereby honored for 25 years as a credential minister with the Church of God, Cleveland, Tennessee. And says this longevity indicates you've devoted your life to preaching the gospel and serving as a faithful servant of God. Only eternity will reveal the record of lives you've touched and sacrifices you've made, and it goes on and on. But anyways, so since that was this weekend, I wanted to make mention of that and just kind of pay tribute myself. We felt like it was not feasible for us to go down to Texas. Would have liked to have done that, but just feeling like the times and the, you know, season expenses of things, that it just was not something we could do. But, you know, it definitely warmed our hearts and put a smile on our face to know that they would do that for us. Yeah. So we're back here in the coop. Had a couple weeks that I really just could not do this. And I want to be faithful to what God has asked me to do. And I do want to be encouragement to others and everything. And So I want to continue. I'm glad today that we can do this. There's some time here this morning, and I hope that you're encouraged and know that there's someone else there for you if you need to reach out and ask for prayer or something. But interesting, because I was researching the other day about depression and unhappiness in the United States, and I found that depression rates tripled when the COVID-19 pandemic first hit us. Then the elevated rates persisted into 2021, and that's no small wonder. It's not like we've still gotten rid of COVID, but then I wonder, well, how are we doing now in 2022? I've seen more events picking up. Definitely more smiles with people, more getting together. It's slowly starting. I myself really just think people are still tired out from everything. Been a haul on people, but I wanted to check how we were doing this year. I know we don't have all the figures in for the year, but in 2022 it said 30% of Americans reported at least one symptom of anxiety and depression. Wow. And 13 more Americans started using or upping substance abuse. So I think it's plain to see that people are still struggling with how to cope. Kept hearing, oh, COVID's going to be gone, but we know it's with us, and that's our new normal. But and I was talking with an older lady a few weeks ago. She was talking about her thoughts on the subject. She was an older lady, and she told me she was alive during the polio pandemic in 1930, and she was comparing both the sicknesses with me. And she said that the thing with polio was that it was predictable. Like, it had a way that it acted and an outcome that it did, and she said, but boy, this COVID was just like totally different, because she said it didn't have any predictable way that it acted or that it worked. And I think that's really just been the big thing. She said you could have a seemingly healthy person just drop dead when they seem fine the day before or a week before. And it's no wonder that, you see people grappling at straws to deal with this kind of stuff. Not only did COVID hit the physical body, but it also was an attack on the mind, an attack with fear and, worry and, grief and pain, and, definitely was an attack, lots of loved ones we've lost, and maybe not every loved one died from a diagnosis of COVID, but, definitely COVID still affected everything. We've got a lack of workers, loved ones not being able to be at hospitals to help assist when their relatives were sick, adding that loving touch that sick people need. They need to know someone they trust is there. Extra COVID tests before people could even get admitted sometimes, and priorities that COVID cases had in, medical staff's minds, not their faults, it just was the way it was. People knowing whether to go to doctors or not with what they were facing, and delayed care because of that, just part of it all. And I think it's safe to say that, lots of despair prevailed, and, COVID really has still affected everything. People don't know how to cope, and still. And we know that one stage of grief and dealing with things can be depression. Believe me, I know. I've actually been there lately. And I think I consider myself generally a pretty happy person. Like, I like to see the positive side of things. I like to believe the best in people. But, here I have been, sitting in a seat of depression myself. I've definitely been at that stage of grief, and it's tough. So yeah, it's just completely normal stuff, and we as a nation, we've also got to change the way that we look at mental health issues and depression. The stigma is that someone's bad if they're struggling or they're weak or they're having any kind of mental health issues, even if there's a cause for it. And we have got to become that loving, caring community of friends that are willing to give a kind word, a hug, or pray with someone, and not judgment. The world does not need judgment. I feel like we've just become that. We've become full of judging and attacking and getting angry. And I know in my life, I've had lots of people reach out who have been loving and kind. I mean, I feel like my faith in people has gotten renewed. But, because there's a lot of good people out there in the world. However, not everyone has been that lucky, and I think that we have to just pass it forward. I think we have to do that, and we have to change the way that we look at things. And I've heard people saying, oh, you can get stuck in grieving. You can just be there too long. And, definitely worried about that. It's been hard to work through this depression stage, and literally all of my coping skills have not worked to push me through this faster. I just feel like there was so much sadness and depression, and I might go to read a meme, or I was working really hard to try to not have that. Look at a meme or jokes online, or try to do something funny and happy, but still at the core, I was just sad, just really, really sad. And I mean, it goes with it, and it really does. But it just doesn't work to push yourself through that. So, I signed up for grief counseling a couple weeks ago, and, I think it's helping. You're definitely not bad. You're not weak if you need to get counseling. It's actually a very, very important thing. And if you're looking outside of yourself to get help, that you're struggling with, then I think that makes you strong. I think you're caring about your well-being. You're looking out for how you're doing, and I think that needs to be considered as strong. Yeah, it's a good thing. I definitely recommend a grief share program or a grief counselor that you trust. If you've lost a loved one, you're going through that, or even a friend that's been close that just meant the world to you, and you're just not okay with it. It really helps. What I learned was it has helped me to work to face how I feel. I feel like I was trying to paddle backwards, and I just didn't want this thing. I didn't want it to be happening. I think I wanted to make it go away, and not be final like it is. But it's just that's not gonna happen. I've had to face reality and just be like, yeah. This is a new chapter in my life, and counseling gives you options of ideas of what to do. When you're in that uncharted waters, you're trying to swim in those waters you've never been in there before, and you don't know what to do, and it gives you options and ideas, and it helps you to think about how you've been processing things, how you've been doing things, and it helps. It just really, really helps. I know I was asking the Lord to help me to leave this valley of this valley of sadness, because it just seemed like it was just lasting too long. I mean, it's been 3 months since my husband's passed away, and I still just could only feel dark sadness, when I would pray and I would talk to God. I'd be like, God, I know you're there, you're showing me, but I just felt like this cloud of like sadness was just like between me and God, and I didn't like that feeling, because it's always been a close feeling. And I was like, Lord, I just need to feel your arms. I just need that. Please break through this. And I know he's faithful to do that, and he will. Another thing I'm learning is to lean on your friends. I'm not a leaner by nature. I like to think that I can handle things on my own, but definitely you need to do this. I mean, those friends that trust you, they get you. There's no judgment. They're just there, and they either been through the same thing or they understand, and they're just, great friends. I mean, if you don't have that, someone adopted, kind of like a friend or family, whoever is nearby you that has offered and they're sincere to be there, please do that. Some of us are better alone, but I think it's better to talk about things. I think it's better to not shell up and just keep it stuck. Talk about it, get it out. Just, you'll be an encouragement to someone else down the road. I really believe that. The other thing hard for me was to just suddenly not have my husband there, not be a couple. I loved being married. I had the greatest partner in the world. Very jolting, total adjustment. Not what I chose, not what I wanted, but here I am, and it's the next chapter of my life, and that's where I am. And if that's the path that God has brought me to, then I know that He will definitely help me with that and help me to be strong and victorious in that. I've been reading lots of verses and things, seeing that, when God created me and God created you, He didn't create you as a couple, He created you as an individual, and so His plan for you was to be complete and to be whole yourself. And so it's something definitely that I've had to be praying for. I was like, Lord, help me to grieve and not to hurt anyone else, but just heal me, heal my heart, heal me, let me be whole. And this verse that I was reading was very encouraging to me. It's 1 Thessalonians 5:23, and it said, "May God Himself, the God who makes everything holy and whole, make you holy and whole, put you together, spirit, soul, and body, and keep you fit for the coming of our Master Jesus Christ." And then the next verse, 1 Thessalonians 5:24 said, "The one who called you is completely dependable. If He said He will do it, He will do it." And I read that verse and I was like, praise God. Oh my word, there is hope in this. God can make you and me whole. And I know the verse said holy and whole, and that doesn't mean holy like you're a priest and you're better than everyone else and holier than I. No, holy, the opposite word of that is evil. So, holy's the opposite of that, doing right things, not hurting people, having a heart like Jesus, and, and it says that He will be faithful to make you holy and whole. It's like, oh my word. So whatever we're going through, that is the plan that God has for our lives, and He completely can do it. And then the next verse is like, and if He said He'll do it, then He'll do it. He knows how to do it. Maybe I don't know how to do it, and you don't know how to do it, but He knows how to do it. And I get encouragement in that. So much encouragement in the Word of God. Sometimes it takes time. And am I there already? No. But I know that I can pray and I can ask God to lead me down the path of complete healing and to be whole in my heart and in my mind and in my spirit. Oh yeah, oh yeah, He can do that. He's gonna do that. We have a God who answers prayer, and I pray for you and for me that God will do that, and that you will see those answers to prayer for that. So the days that I have prayed my feelings out and said, God, I can't feel you, just dissolve that. He's gonna answer that. He's gonna hear that. I know it all takes a process, but He knows how to restore our joy. He knows how to put us into situations where good comes out of the bad, and I so thank Him for that. So, had a great day yesterday, and planning to attend a service today, and I hope that you get some encouragement yourself. Again, I want to say I love you, and the Lord loves you, and, I'm praying for you. So, it's going to get better. All right, bye.